Okay, so we are recording now. I was going to do this later tonight, but I got dropped quite a bit because I wasn't able to take a top spot yesterday due to testing. So we're going to test this early. You can see to the left over here, we have a Padme team. It's pretty good. It's not perfect. It's missing a lot of relics, but it's something that I'll likely go against in Grand Arena. Let's go ahead and look at Padme Mon. 60,000 health. It's pretty good. 24% extra potency, which is about as normal, about as high as it's going to get, and about 280 speeds. This is a very average arena Padme. I'm guessing, yeah, she has a potency cross. The one I was going against yesterday had 93% potency. I think this one had, what, 80, 87? So it's not too different. This is pretty good. Could be better due to 60 mods, but she's there. Other thing I want to look at is Anakin's potency. Again, no 60 mods in these guys. Not actually that much damage. This is gonna be a lot easier than the one I went against yesterday. The one against yesterday had much better mods. And let's just go look at Grandmaster Yoda's damage. Actually, I have no 60 mods here either. It's gonna be pretty easy. Not even that high of health. Okay, so we're looking at pretty average mods, average relics, nothing too special. But we'll get the general idea of what this team is supposed to be. Going to my team selector, all the way down to arena. And this is the team I'm going to be using. The reason why Thrawn is in here right now is because my Hermit Yoda's gear, what is that, 9? Yeah, it's gear 9, and he's not fast enough to outrun Jedi Anakin's AoE, so he'll just die. So I need Thrawn here to swap turn mirror to him. Once I get him up to gear 11 or so, I'll be able to take Thrawn out of this team. Wat Tambor is actually, I'm kind of debating on where he should stay, but let's just go ahead and get to the battle here. Okay, so Wat Tambor's going to go first because the Zeta, we're going to go ahead and put the shield generator on him. Again, switch the turn meter over here, get Master's Training over to Nest, and then the enemy team's just going to go berserk. Really doesn't matter what I do at this point. Everyone's going to die except Nest. It's not going to even take that long to happen. Yep, there goes one. There goes 2. We're going to start targeting Padme, and I'll explain that in a little bit. There goes 3. It's not going to really do anything. And there goes 4. Big hit from Yoda. You'll see that took my health down quite a bit and went through my protection. That's unfortunate. It's pretty normal. And this is one of the reasons why Emphas Nest Zeta is not optional for this team, because if she can't recover her health quickly, Anakin or Grandmaster Yoda or even Ahsoka will get in a really good hit and just completely drain her. And it's important too because generally you want to focus on her health. Other important thing that I just did here, you'll see that I'm going for Padme. And the reason is, if you don't go for Padme, you'll just time out. I've tried going after Yoda or Jedi Anakin first, and ultimately what just ends up happening is I can kill them, but because Padme is still alive and she keeps, she keeps passing the undispellable protection up with counters, it makes things really difficult. And you'll eventually time it. So I have to go after Padme right away. But there's one thing you need to be careful with when you go after Padme. If you're going to knock her below half health, you need to make sure that Anakin does not have any offensive buffs on him. Like he doesn't have damage penetration from Yoda, or he doesn't have his offense up from his unique, or not his unique, his special. Because otherwise he can and will one-shot Nest. You'll see that she's tanking hits pretty good, but that's honestly because this team doesn't have any 60 mods, and especially for Padme, that's not good. And you'll see I'm very close to being able to take her out here. Okay, so she's got no foresight, and she has a little bit of protection up, so we're gonna have to go to basic. Okay, so Padme's gone, and you're just gonna watch Emphas Nest just completely rip the team apart. I try to focus Anakin first, but with GK's taunt being as I don't know, pain in the butt as it is, it's almost never happens, like you saw there. This is going to be a big hit. Yeah, 30,000 damage. Thank you, Grandmaster Yoda, for spreading a ridiculous amount of buffs that I can do that. Yeah, this match is going to go... Wow, that was one shot. Yeah, okay, so... I'm actually going to hold this. The person who I'm fighting against isn't in my arena chat, so I have no idea what his arena is. But you can see just how incredibly well this worked. I still have 2 minutes left on the clock. When I tried this last night, my Enfys Nest was at R5, and I was going up against a R7 team. She went with about 4 seconds. Today, it's pretty much the exact opposite. I'm going up against an R4-ish team, and my Enfys Nest is R7, which I did specifically so she wouldn't time out. I would be very curious to know if I could do this battle without Wat Tambor. I really think I could, at least this specific one. If the team were full R7, I might not feel comfortable, but anyways, game over. Big jump, 90,000 damage, and to win. I will be changing my arena team immediately, though, otherwise this team will fall hardcore. Before I end the video, let's just go ahead and take a look at her mods. Her mods are good. They're not perfect, but they're pretty darn good. I still intend to the 6E, probably the other two, because this team is really good against Padme, but it's also really good against Jedi Knight Revan. So let's go ahead and look at her mods. Overall, she's at 200% critical damage, and it's supposed to be because of a relic, but she also have her running a crit damage triangle. Tenacity, 153%. It's actually really low. And the reason why is because my tenacity cross is not, it's not 6E'd yet, and as well this mod up here that has 3% tenacity isn't 6E'd. So once I do that, she'll go up to 160. But I mean, you saw she didn't get a single debuff on her because of Hermit Yoda's buff. But still, if you're gonna do something, do it right. Damage really isn't that big of a deal. She's got 7,000. I do have an offense arrow on her. That is pretty important. That's actually a really good arrow for her. I think that's about it. 69,000 health. This is important. I have, when I was running her at R5, there was a point where I went after Padme, pissed Anakin off, and he ended up hitting me for over 100,000 damage. The amount of health and protection she has right now, even if that were to happen, she would survive. So, that's it.